What's up, guys? Noah here, and today I'm bringing you some Mass Effect 3 gameplay, obviously multiplayer gameplay. And I gotta talk about some recent news about EA that kind of upset me from you guys, the community. And maybe you disagree with me, and that's or agree with me rather, which I'm glad you do. If you don't, explain to me why in the comments. And that's that Mass Effect, or not Mass Effect, EA was rated one of the, I think it was the worst company in the world, or in the United States. I thought it was in the world, or one of the worst. But it's just like, why? And one of the reasons they were rated worse because Mass Effect's ending. Now, if you haven't beaten the game, I'm not going to give away any spoilers. Nothing about, this isn't a spoiler alert video. Don't worry about that. But it's more so the fact that I was completely satisfied with the end of Mass Effect, the end of Mass Effect. I thought it was fine, the way it ended like it should, I thought, personally. It worked totally fine now. And they're releasing DLC, changing it all, and I'm a little upset about the community right here, because it's just kind of like, accept it. What happens in the end, and it's not, again, I'm not spoiling anything. Um, it is a very intense ending, and I liked it. I thought this is the last game in the series. I don't think there are any more Mass Effects coming out. If there are, I don't know how good they're gonna be, but I mean this was the last one to my knowledge, and I don't think they're gonna be releasing another one. So the way it ended is perfectly fine. And it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, why are you guys getting all up in arms about it? Because like I said, it was a good ending. It was solid. It tied up all the strings. Like I said, I had zero problem with the ending. For those of you who have beat Mass Effect, and if you do have a problem, leave a comment without leaving any spoilers. Just so, and no one who has beat the game or plans on getting the game doesn't know what happens. Just don't leave any spoilers. But if you really want to go as far as to personal message me on YouTube and let me know, what you really think, I will most likely reply. But I mean, it's just kind of very odd. Like I said, I thought the ending was very perfect, or very, really worked for the game, really, and how it progressed. And I don't think EA should be rated one of the worst game companies ever, or companies ever, rather. They release some of my favorite games. They make really, really great sports games. FIFA, NHL. Um, oh shit, what else do they make? Well, they make golf if you're into golf. But I mean, to my knowledge, those are the main ones. 2K handles the NBA stuff. I would probably be more into NBA if EA made it, just because I'm more relied to EA for a reason of the fact that they're a good company. I mean, like I said, I've never had a problem with them. They've made, published Battlefield. They make the sports games. They published this. I mean, what about them is so bad? I can't find it. If you see it, let me know, but I can't find it. There are a couple more companies in mind that I would have rated not the worst company ever, but not the greatest. One of which is Activision, and not because they make Call of Duty, but think about it. They really haven't released a game within the past 5 years that's really, really stuck, other than Call of Duty. And even then, I mean, the money's really mainly going to Infinity Ward or Treyarch, depending on who's helping them. So it's kind of just one of those things where it's like Activision was a great old gen game company. They made all the Tony Hawk games, which I loved. I loved the Tony Hawk games, but they haven't, done anything other than the Call of Duty stuff within the past couple of years for next gen consoles. It's really a dying game company. I think that just needs to kind of, shoo away from the community, because it really, like I said, produces nothing. I mean, EA is almost on every single game. That little, EA symbol, it was on Syndicate, it was on Battlefield, all the Battlefields actually, all the Mass Effects, Skate, if you guys have ever played Skate. Now I understand that most of the games that they put out are published by them. They're not actually made by them. BioShock, or not BioShock, my bad. Mass Effect is made by BioWare, but it's published by EA. It's almost like a book. There are different companies that publish the game and produce it, and all that kind of stuff. So when I hear that this EA is the worst, it just doesn't make sense to me at all. And like I said, if you have a reason, let me know. Now, another thing that I do hate, well, not another thing, but one thing I do hate about EA is their online passes. They do have a tendency to put those fucking things in, and I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. They're annoying. If you don't have, an online pass to buy a used game, you need to spend $10 to play the game multiplayer. I think that is the dumbest thing ever. I'm sorry, I hate it. But Ubisoft is also starting to do it. I know with the last Assassin's Creed that they released, it had an online pass, you know, and it's just like this whole trend with online passes, you know, and this whole thought of being part of an exclusive club that doesn't exist. I mean, even Rockstar is guilty of it with their they blatantly call it the Rockstar Social Club, you know, and I don't think you need to pay to do anything with it. It's just kind of like I don't get what the link between games and making some sort of social club is. This is turning into a very interesting commentary. You know, it's the same. Ironically, what's it called? Is oh god, I'm sorry. Battlefield is guilty of the same thing as well. They made the battle log. However, if you have PC, you need to use battle log. You know, they didn't release it on Steam like they did with Battlefield Bad Company 2. You know, which again is kind of weird, but I'm not gonna get into that. But like I said, EA. I'm sorry, it is not the worst company. You know, there are by far worse game companies out there, or worse overall companies. You know, I'm sorry, community, but you fucked up. And if you don't think EA is a bad company, then I love you. Leave a comment on how much you love EA, and if you hate EA, leave a comment on why you hate EA. I will not hate. I hope no one else hates if you know hate EA. I'm not. I'm just gonna respectfully respond like I usually do, unless you're a twat. But guys, the commentary is coming to an end. Peace out. Love you all. Leave a comment.